So in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay? So, it's already 3 hours long. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the fuck up.
Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker. Oh, Lord. Not Smokey.
Oh, Lord.
Jay-Z shot 3 videos on Epstein Island with supermodels that were under the age of 18 that were provided by Naomi King.
These Epstein-like characters have existed throughout history, whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally, so.
In 2020, Ricky Gervais appeared on the Golden Globe Awards stage and did something no one else would do. He glanced at Hollywood's top stars sitting right in front of him, and he named Jeffrey Epstein among the celebrities in that room who knew him very well. The same folks who traveled on his jet and partied on his island. The exact same folks stood quiet as he preyed on youngsters. At the time, all those celebrities who were close to Epstein's side and laughed uncomfortably, while Gervais grinned like he knew something the rest of us were going to find out. Now, years later, the files are finally leaking. The identities of Epstein's renowned acquaintances are surfacing, and some of Hollywood's top stars are doing something strange. They have all gone quiet. Music and others, like Ellen DeGeneres, have even departed the country. Ricky Gervais warned them. He went on that platform and identified the devil out loud. And now, the same people who laughed are the ones who have disappeared. Is this a coincidence? Tonight, we investigate the names, the silence, and the question no one in Hollywood would answer. Where are all the celebrities who liked to socialize with Epstein? And why have they suddenly gone quiet? Off.
My first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. Room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming.
I've just met these 40 people whose lives were destroyed, and they're out in the elements living with that, and the fact that they're not going to be able to get those lives back, that this is a new reality for.
You know, we flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa. And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people who was with a delegation.
Just for the record, you've been on his private plane.
Yes.
You've been to stay on his private island.
Yes.
You've stayed at his home in Palm Beach.
Yes.
I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past.
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Don't get to Hollywood and start sleeping with white women and doing cocaine, because it'll kill you. Huh.
What made you think, you know what, I'm just going to hammer him? I don't care what the reason.
Well, I thought, when they said, do you want to host the Golden Globes, all that stuff I said in the show was true. I said, I'm going to write my own jokes. Right? And I thought, who do I pander to? The 200 richest people in the room, or the 200 million people watching at home who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires, and it was a no-brainer. I was doing it for them, and I didn't want to. It wasn't set out to hurt their feelings, but it was. If you're going to make it a spectator sport, then you better have something. There better be something.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?